Well, hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. And thank you, as always, for tuning in to Real Estate with Ryan. I'm Ryan Coleman, in case you didn't know, your host every weekend, talk a little real estate. And guess what? It's another week. It's Saturday and it's fall. And we've got a really good show for you. Before we start, we always want to do some congrats and congratulations and thank our great clients, man. So congratulations to some really great clients of mine. We've worked with them through a while. It's Samir Al-Ghazi, they're really great clients, him and his wife. Couple years on the market, just on and off with COVID and everything, had all those challenges. And then a lot of times where we could have had offers, we really just took time and took it off the market. Renovations were done and we really sold it to some great buyers. And it was sad. It was sad to that relationship. I tell all my great clients, we always say we treat you like family, but they couldn't be happier with us to referring friends and family. And we do our pictures as we always like to do if we can. And it was sad. We miss it because you have a lot of conversations. You get used to, one of my great clients, I say, you get used to texting me back and forth and calling me all the times. And some guys are calling me 11, 12 o'clock at night. That's what we do. And I said, what are you going to do without calling me? And so, we're going to miss them, really thank their loyalty and just really awesome clients. Congrats to the Moores, other repeat clients that are super stoked about the price they got for their home in Farragut, sold it in record time. Congratulations to Leg Hollow, Mr. Miller closing in record time. I think one day on the market. And then new homes under contract, Lock Ridge just went pending today. And Bryn Mawr and Oak Ridge didn't take long. That sold quickly. You guys are tuning in. I know you're busy, maybe driving in the car or catch us on social media. If you're out and about, make sure you check us out on Facebook, Instagram. And if you're driving, check out our Apple and our Android app. We're always there for you to download and listen to Real Estate with Ryan. So last week, we talked a little bit about the fall market and how the fall market in East Tennessee really is a sleeper market. You would think that the slowdown with kids going to school really slows things down. Well, we're going to be talking about 6 emerging home trends to watch as we transition to the fall market for buyers. One of the biggest things, the opportunity in the fall market is I'm seeing here the push for the opportunity of, we talked about it last week, 1031 exchanges, people that sold their home, different states, California, Minnesota, again, a whole lot of people across the U.S. And now they have the money in the bank and they're looking for homes. And that inventory is hopefully going to come on the market in fall. So we're talking about that. And then some myths, with all the news out there, the fake news, the right news, who knows what to believe anymore? Well, guess what? We're going to talk about myths that you may hear on the news. More importantly, mortgage rates, things like that you can count on. We thank you every week for listening to us. We know you're busy, got a lot of things going on. We hope you bring you helpful information. If we could ever be of service, and we have friends, colleagues, or you got some family members, it's an easy number. It's 693-SOLD. That's 693-SOLD. All right, so we're talking about 6 emerging home trends to watch as we're selling real estate in the fall market in East Tennessee. So nationally, it's the best time to buy in 2021, from the week from October 3rd to the 9th. I wonder how they picked that date, Nick. How did they pick October 3rd to the 9th? And that's a new analysis from Realtor.com from the listing data since 2018. That doesn't fall far from what I told one of my great clients about 2 years ago. We did some research and data as we were approaching his $2 million home on the market. And as we get to fall market, or even close to winter, everybody says, well, Ryan, I don't want to deal with it with the holidays. We're just going to shut it down. I said, whoa. Don't do that. Let me show you some data. And what we found, homes above 1.5 million to 3 million, guess what? They actually sold between October and February. Guess when Ryan sold it? You got it. Right in January, right after the holiday. So, he would have waited to the spring where all the other selection was in there. So keep that in mind. What makes it the best time to buy in the fall, other than historically shown that the market starts becoming more balanced conditions and buyers have an opportunity? The inventory of homes for sales tend to be higher. Prices are below peak levels. Demand is waning, and the pace of the market slows to more manageable speed. We've all seen the speed go insane spring and summer. Now you can kind of see it. We talked to some of my great clients, and some of those prices that are tip top, well, you're seeing more price reductions as we approach the fall. That's a great time for buyers right now. Actually have an opportunity to get in the door, look at the home, get back to their home and discuss it, right? So it's an opportunity where that we're not getting 10 offers. Now, that's not the case in every market. So what I would tell you is everything is not a whole. We've got a great client that we're helping in Alcoa right now, and we've missed almost 6 or 7. I can't remember. We're in like 6th or 7th offer where it's just a limited niche market with limited home supply that they go up and they go down, regardless of condition. And so we have some that are overpriced, and then you're seeing the reduction, and guess what? Before you know it, here comes another offer. So that is the challenge if you're looking in certain markets. That's why we always stress you really need an expert or trusted advisor in your marketplace that knows your area, not just your area specifically, but the whole DMA. And that's what we try to be an expert on for you and really know the whole market. That's what we call it, that fake news, right? Can't believe everything that you hear on the news. Some of it's not exactly the case, and some are for a wide range for the whole U.S., which doesn't specifically tie into the Knoxville market. I was talking with a colleague the other day and had a little conversation about the market. And, when the market changed back in the bust days, we watched Florida go down 32% in 1 year, right? There were condos, I remember in Florida, that they were just giving them away for taxes. You couldn't buy condos. Well, go look at the tax market now. The tax market, I say tax market, but the Florida market now regarding taxes, that's obviously not the issue. They're getting insane acceleration in prices. Well, go look at Nevada or California, kind of the same thing. But what did you see as a whole? What did you see in East Tennessee as Tennessee across the place? And what we saw is a consistent growth, or maybe within that 7 to 8% range. We stayed pretty even. So keep that in mind when buying in East Tennessee. Keep in mind the seasonal slowdown is partly divided by a couple of things. Kids go back to school just recently. Housing market activity starts out in the spring, peaks in the summer, and then the fall approaches. And then families bow out of the market because of the school. This is going to be an advantage for you, the buyer, in today's market, where less buyers in the market, less sellers, hopefully some more properties that maybe every seller that we talk to, not everyone, but most sellers that we talk to have that conversation. And we say, where do you want to list the property? We go over our numbers. We say, this is the market. Very few sellers want to underprice the property. They want to price it and even exceed it by a certain amount. So it's not uncommon that in this market that we see sellers trying to exceed that. Well, when the market's not responding to that, guess what? That's where there's price reduction. And in a hot market where things aren't moving in the first 5 or 7 days and you're a month on the market, property that we looked at a couple of days ago was almost 120 days on the market. That could be a combination of factors, but 120 days in this market is way above. So there has to be something going on there as a buyer. Did the deal fall through? Was it inspection? A lot of times on a property, you have to keep in mind, it comes down to the motivation of the buyer. A lot of times some of our clients, Orion, say, if we can sell in today's market, that's great, but we don't have to sell. Nobody's kicking us out. It's a great opportunity now. And if we sell now or if we sell in the spring, we're fine with that. So a lot of it determines on the buyer's motivation as well. So also, looking at prices coming through the market, while many markets in the location to location historically trends, if they hold true, the best week could add 100,000 homes of inventory over the 2021 market. Now, that's across the country. So the peak that's by far, no question. Buyers could save $10,000 during this week compared to summer peak. Median prices, homes were priced at $385,000. So that being said, the next step is most importantly, If there's that opportunity in that fall market for that buyer, what's the next step? If you're not paying cash, which most of us aren't paying cash, and with rates historically low, what do you want to do? You better understand your finances, and you better have your loan and everything situated. So we're going to kind of wind down on this first segment. We'll talk more about finances, making sure we got all our I's and T's dotted, because guess what? When we find the right deal, we find the right property, we don't want to miss out on it. Thank you, guys, for staying tuned with Real Estate with Ryan. We're going to go to the break, and we'll see you on the other side.
Knoxville and East Tennessee. The region is known for its rolling hills, rivers, and lakes. There's no better place to work, live, or raise a family. Home is where your story begins. Buying or selling your home is a big decision, and you need a real estate team you can trust.
I'm Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty, your hometown experts. Whether you're buying or selling a home, let us develop a winning game plan for you.
Hometown Realty is East Tennessee's #1 real estate group and a proud sponsor of the Vols.
Your friend promised we wouldn't be homeless.
He promised. He's doing everything to fix it.
You need to call and have him fix it now.
Hey, man.
Found us a house.
No, not yet. Let me call you back. We're working on it.
Ryan Coleman with Hometown
He says he's doing the best he can do, honey.
Well, he's taking too long. I knew we should have gone with Ryan Coleman.
Choosing the right agent is never easy.
Call your hometown experts. We'll take care of all the details and make sure you don't get stuck in a motel. All right, we're back at you on the other side of the break. We're talking a little real estate. And if you tuned in the first part, we're talking about understanding your finances. So we kind of were caught into a break, and we were saying, but before we get into this, Nick, before we start talking about your finances, I want to thank all you guys for following us, tuning in every week. We really appreciate it. We don't get a chance to tell you how much we really appreciate you guys. I have so many clients that talk to me, or people that I've never even spoke to before, really say, hey, well, I heard you on the radio, or I hear you all the time. We listen to you. I want to say thank you so much. Me and April send you guys all the love. It means the world. We always say it's like family. If you ever need a realtor, that's why we do these shows every week. So if we can be of any help, you get any little inspiration. And by the way, kind of lead into that promo, every week we're giving away tickets to the UT games. I may even give away some terrace seating. Who knows what's coming on, but we got really good seats and we got great parking passes. My wife said, listen, Ryan, I wish we had that parking pass last year because we actually parked by the train tracks, had to catch a bus, and that was no fun. So we got really good seats if you get the parking pass and you're all set up. So make sure every week, we go support our Vols. As you guys know, we're your Tennessee Realtor, proud sponsor of the Vols, and we love to give back to our community. Give some tickets, man. You know, whether it's your first game. It's funny. I asked my marketing director, I said, Nick, he's never been to a UT game. I was like, oh, we're going to get you to a UT game. So join our page, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. All you got to do is simply follow, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, right? And then do me a favor, share it to a friend. You know anybody's thinking about buying or selling, we've got your back. We'd love to help you. So we're getting back into the show. We're talking about finances and why you need to do that. I think it's one of the biggest things. You know, if you got a great buyer, you know, you got great jobs, income, credit, you know you're solid. But in this market, you're like, I got it covered. And guess what happens? The seller has multiple offers. Your lender can't get on the phone. He's on the boat. He's at the ball game, right? And we don't have that letter. We don't have our updated information. Or maybe you're like me, self-employed, and we have all these forms and all these different tax returns. And you know it's a pain. But the lender needed that tax return to give you your income. But you're 90% there, but you don't go the extra 10%. And then the agent calls your lender and says, well, I'm missing tax returns. And, Ryan's dragging his feet and getting those to me, right? That could happen. So then you lose out on your forever home. So we don't want to do that. Understanding this market as we transition to maybe an opportunity for the buyers, we don't want to do anything that we could possibly lose an opportunity there. So make sure you get your tax returns, get your bank statements, any kind of debts that you got out there, and make sure, for God's sake, don't buy a car while you're ready to buy a house. Keep your costs down. Don't have credit pulls. Keep it bare minimum. So when we go through the loan application, we have everything smooth. And when we secure your home, guess what? Everybody's happy. So we talked about some news. We said the fake news. Well, what's the fake news? The fake news is that projection on rates are a lot higher than what you see. Today's Freddie Mac rates are 2.8. Fannie Mae's 2.8. Projected rates by waiting could be in 2022, 3.6 to 3.7. So keep that in mind. Fact, since January, the number of single-family homes available has been rising. So I know everybody's talking about the low inventory, but the reality is we've been increasing in inventory. So we may get more of a stable market. Sellers may have to have a reality check that we're not getting astronomical pricing. We have to get more realistic, and maybe adjustments are made is what I'm telling you, and there's an opportunity. But as a seller, there's still a great opportunity to get your home on the market in fall and buyers actually secure it. So everybody wins, man. I always say, listen, in real estate and almost any deal that you negotiate, it's a deal, right? Both parties have to win to make sense. And that's what we're hopefully doing. The rates are great. Some of the greatest properties are here in East Tennessee. And we got even a lot of new buyers coming to our state. So everything's winning. So that's good. And in fact, last fact, while home prices are appreciating today, roughly 6 in 10 homes sell over list price. I thought that was really good. I didn't know that. The way you look at everything, it seems like it's it's multiple offer. But when you scan all the sales, 6 in 10. Good to know. All right, so we got 6 emerging home trends that you want to watch. This will kind of be fun. And, with COVID and everything going on, a lot of people have had more time to sit at the house or plan. And if you're like me, we've got this huge project we've been trying to finish for probably a year and a half. And it all comes down to the last week of September. And so that's what we're doing. So we're working on our yard. We're finishing our spaces. And I think the mindset that we've got, if we spend too much time in front of the news, whether whatever is on there, it's like, hey, it's doom and gloom. We're never going to leave our backyard, and we might as well make this our castle. So that's not the case, but it has given us more time to what? Ponder on things we'd like to do. And those are things that we're going to talk about the house, that we can have them for our own enjoyment, or if we sell, it definitely helps in the market trend. Dedicated activity spaces. Homes are being used for a greater number of activities as well as entertainment, as such as an identified interest for art studio. I don't know. Nick may here be his artist. I'm not much an artist. Now, I've got an aunt that's a great artist. So art studios are on the rise and increased nearly 10 times in the past year. Home bars, wine cellars, gyms, theaters. I can relate to these things because with our own home gym that we've been working on forever, because we're busy, as my wife says, taking care of everybody else's home. But we're working on that. But we're seeing that rise for that home gym, converting that, because now we have that opportunity for space. And I don't think it's just COVID. It's just for time. Time is our most valuable commodity. And having that home gym, 30 minutes to the gym, 30 minutes back to the gym, hour and a half, hour in the gym. You got 2 or 3 hours of your day wasted, and you have more time with the family and the kids. So just a thought. That's why these are trending ideas. Number 2, the outdoor heads to indoors. So more homeowners are seeking to connect their indoor spaces to the outdoor. Easy transition. And tying a lot of greenery to nature. Sites searches for artificial plants in trees, as well as indoor pots and planters, are up significantly in the last year. The greenery is it. Also, the color green. And this is something that I wouldn't think that, I don't know, but maybe we're in East Tennessee. But you tell me, guys. Let me know. Let me know on social media. DM me. Chat with me. Let me know what your thoughts are. The color green is offering to a nod to nature the significant uptick for green kitchen cabinets. Now, I sell a lot of homes. I've seen some green, but they're saying that's trending, along with bathroom tile, accent chairs, and bedrooms. One of the 5 homeowners recently surveyed are opening up their kitchen space to the outdoors with side-away panels. That's pretty cool. Now, we know that open concept is there, but a lot of colors and a lot of bright energy is very happening. I don't know if I'm my wife wouldn't say I'm the most happening guy with up-to-date trends, but they're coming back. So green cabinets, guys, if you're thinking about that, you may be right up the alley. Number 3, living room updates. As more people are sheltered, they're giving living rooms an update. That old couch are up 52%. They're getting tired of seeing it. Say it's old raggedy, the dog gets on it, or kids wear it out. Guess what? Changing out pillows, accents, and abstract painting, display shelves, slip-on chair covers. All that is trending up. Number 4, we're going to have flexible design. Homeowners are seeking flexibility in how they use their space, such as TV armoires, pocket doors, queen-size Murphy beds. Now, those are a plus. I know they're very interesting, especially in our condos downtown or maybe that studio apartment. Nesting side tables and an increase for a room to jump to popularity. Swivel accent chairs and day beds are also great for creating flexible space on flexible room. And of course, number 5, luxury fabrics, materials, and color. Believe it or not, they've said that the color of the bling bling, a little velvet, a little gold, and a little crystal give you some glam. And then number 6, swimming pools are a must. There's a big demand since the pandemic. In 2021, pools are on the rise, and you guys know we can spend all kinds of cash on a pool. And so we're seeing that, and we have pools that we have on the market. People are wanting to keep the pools and not get rid of them. So I hope you enjoyed today's show. Talking a little real estate with Ryan, your hometown experts in town, and always here to help you, and love talking a little real estate. As you always know, we're on News Talk 98.7 at 1, Talk Radio at 11 a.m., and you can always follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and don't forget our podcast. We're on Android and Apple. Can't forget Apple, right? Easy number, 693-SOLD, or you can check me out on my website at ryancoleman.org. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you back next week.